Hi, everyone. Welcome to Will Your Christian School Be Invisible in 2026 webinar. Excited to have you guys. Let's get it. My name is Jen. My full name is Jenny Paul. You can go me Jen. I'm a Christian school marketing strategist. I found digital consultants and I have trusted advisor of Christian schools across North America, Canada, and US. I specialize in helping faith-based schools clarify their message, attract mission-aligned families, and grow enrollment without needing a big budget or a marketing degree. That's my goal. My goal for this webinar, on the hand, is to show you how to master school messaging, AI-friendly strategy, and automation, and to grow your enrollment without wasting time trying to figure it out on your own. So you can have a plan in place. So you might wonder, is this for me? If you are a Christian school leader, admission or director, marketing director, faith-based educator with enrollment goals, team members responsible for communication, this webinar is for you. You're at the right place. Are you struggling to reach the right families, even though your school has everything that they're looking for? Without a clear message or strategy, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, frustrated, and unsure why your efforts aren't producing the enrollment results your school is looking for. So who am I? Why should you listen to me? I have 20 plus experience in corporate environment with project management with budgets over $10 million for business growth. I have also background in brick and mortar businesses, large financial corporations, consulting, marketing agencies, and education platforms. I have personally and had the privilege and the honor to coach and consult over 100 Christian schools, helping them leverage digital marketing to double and even triple their enrollment using faith-centered and bulletproof strategy. Some of our clients, who are they? These are some of our clients, just uh, some of the names you might recognize. This is people who we had the privilege and the honor to work with today, and we're still working with, and who are amazing group of people. 15 years ago, I was in the corporate world. I was stirred by God in my heart to take a action. Is that God has put in my heart to help faith-based organizations like yourself to really shine online without compromising your mission. So to really help you advance your mission through online. And this is before COVID, and word of mouth is what most of these people are going through. So because it was before COVID, when I was starting to partner with them, they were thinking that word of mouth is working for them. They don't really need an online presence. So what I did is, I created a marketing strategy from my corporate background and put a marketing plan for them and said, hey, why don't you show me your marketing plan? And I will show you what I came up with for your organization. And let's see if this is something that will help you and be a blessing to your business or your ministry. To my surprise, guess what I discovered? That 9 out of 10 organizations do not have a marketing plan. I was shocked by that. And because they didn't have a marketing plan, they came up with, they're trying to throw marketing strategies and ideas like a dart, and they're not getting to the right location that they want. So I was still working in the corporate environment, back to my corporate environment story, and I was also volunteering at a Christian school. And the Christian school was hurting a lot for enrollment and even growth. So a couple of years later, they're not even sure if in 2 years down the road, even they're gonna be able to have their lights on. And that was a heavy burden for me. So when I was pivoting from corporate to helping faith-based, I decided that, I want to really look at what are the challenges Christian schools are going through. What are they struggling with? So this is what I came up with, and this is what I saw in my research, is that admin leadership teams are stretched thin. Staffs are overwhelmed with daily manual tasks, and current websites are outdated, and school messaging lacks clarity. People don't know the amazing, powerful stories that are happening in the schools when they come online. And they don't really have a marketing budget. It's very minimal or does not exist. Versus in the corporate world, they actually have one of the biggest items that they have is for marketing as well and for growth. The other challenges that I've discovered is that follow up with interested families is very slow and inconsistent. Teams lack digital marketing skills, knowledge, and resources to be able to bring their schools to the level of digital marketing that is needed today. And there's little awareness and understanding of what are the tools that they can use to automate and simplify their marketing. So these are the things that the challenges that they went through. And same to that school that I was on board with, these are the challenges they were facing. Their school lacked clear story. Their values and benefits of the school was not clear in within seconds because you literally only have seconds to convey your message. Administration team lacked marketing and branding experience. Enrollment was low, unsure about the future of the school, and there was no marketing strategy or plans for growth. That sounds overwhelming and heavy to the principal and even the team who's leading that. So we knew we needed a solution. We needed to think of what can we do to deliver value and bring them out of the hole that they're in. So these are the things that I have come up with. I have come up through using my corporate experience and systems that we have in place when we're working in corporate world, is that we need a website that reflects the Christian school mission and they're able to find them when parents are looking for it. We also wanted to automate their messaging, their communication to the current parents and new parents. And then we wanted a simple dashboard that when we come in, we know exactly where we are so that we know where we need to go. So I did my research, did a strategy, and put this in place. And this is the results that we were able to see. A story branded website to trigger interest, schools, values, and benefits communicated within seconds. School was supported and has access to diverse marketing teams so that they have access to us, and they were able to get information on that and they'll be able to implement campaigns easily. And the best part of this is that when we enrolled and put the strategy in, within that same year, they doubled their enrollment. And then now they have a solid 2 to 5 year marketing strategy and roadmap to kind of meet the gap on as they're setting their goals for their next year. This is what Mr. Burns from Sobel Christian School had to say. We hired digital consultants to run a social media campaign for our school. At the time, we did not have a social media presence as DC started through a ground up to create one for us. We are utterly amazed at the result. With the help of digital consultants, an increase in inquiries about enrollments to Sobel Christian schools grew significantly through the year before. So the truth, what is the hard truth, is that every Christian school has something powerful to offer, but most are struggling to communicate clearly or be found online. And without the right system in place, families will keep skipping over every school God is calling them to do. So, what is the realization? Is that I realized that without a clear story branded search ability and automated schools are not, and the new found of the school's growth, most Christian schools are missing all three of these. If you don't have these three key components, the foundation for Christian school growth, then you are missing out. And unfortunately, in my research, my team and I went in and did some research, and we found that most schools don't have all three of them. The digital landscape has changed. AI is now shaping how families see, search, and choose your school. Guess what? There is good news though. You don't need a massive budget and you don't need a big team to run this successful Christian school. We will show you that at the end. So here's our solution. So we said, okay, what do we need to do? Let's roll our sleeves. Let's really help these schools really shine online. So we created a system designed specifically for Christian schools to help them and generate their leads and save them time. The solution involved clarifying their message, their content on social media, on their website, on their emails using Story Brand Framework. We launched a custom mobile optimized website that ranks in AI search. So tools like ChatGPT and Google can easily find these schools as well. Then what we did is we have a CRM, which is customer relationship management tool, or for you guys, it would be parent management tool, automated communication tool to lead nurturing every interest families gets when families are coming in and inquiring, so they understand personally what your school is about. So let's zoom on that website first. So what website that works for you and not against you? You need a website that is really truly working in your favor. Your website should be the number one marketing tool, not your biggest headache. Then we're getting this wrong, guys. Let's fix that up first. So our website is modern, custom built website that is for desktop, laptop, tablet, and mobile, so that the real estate change based on the device. It's designed to rank in AI search engines like ChatGPT and Google. And it's also message with the story brand. So within 3 seconds, couple of seconds, it can draw the parents into your website and say, oh, this is what they're about. This is what my child needs. So, and then the other part that we need to have is a simplified follow-up parent communication automation tool. So no more having to chase parents or the leads and say, oh, shoot, I forgot to respond to that parent. They wanted a tour. I wanted to follow up this parent. No, no, no. Let's automate all of this stuff so that automated emails are going to nurture their interest and answer any questions they might have as they're going through the journey with you. Staff reminders and as task managements are not missed because we can put them into a workflow and then we can automate that. We can also automate scheduling the tours as well, so that parent can go in and say, okay, these are the available times. I'm going to schedule this. Reminders going to both parents, and then and then the day before they can even give them a nurturing email so they know exactly what's happening. And then you also want to know in a dashboard that what do you have and how many inquiries are coming in, who has actually put an application, who's going through assessment, and then who has, who did we decline, why did we decline, and then how many are what are the retention rate looks like, what are the students who are coming back, how many students are not coming back, all analytic reports for a snapshot for you to easily see. So you can see the little bit of this the dashboard here. And then the last but the not least, but the most people's favorite is that you have a team like us, a marketing team with various experience in automation, content creation, social media, and graphics, and in email campaigns, on ongoing supporting to you, so that you have access to marketing strategy in your fingertips, so that you can easily incorporate that into your marketing plan. To help incorporate faith-based approach, this will help your school shine without compromising your values. You do need to incorporate faith-based messaging, and this is where we come in. Most of our staff members are coming from Christian school background or have some kind of association to faith-based content or faith-based work. So the solution I created is that why we know it worked, because I have tried this. It has worked again and again to many schools. It has doubled, even tripled, without having an expensive campaign. So what is the question for you today from me? Is that what would change if your school could finally be found, clearly understood, and followed up automatically? What would it look like? This is what your life will look like. Your more mission fit families discovering and choosing your school. Wow, praise God. Peace of mind and less pressure on your staff and fewer missed opportunities. That sounds like nice too. Steady enrollment growth powered by clear message and smart system. Freedom to focus on curriculum and experience, consistent and personal communication with every interest parent, even while you are sleeping. So even while you're not working, when you are with your family, there's a system that is responding to parents and giving them the details that they need. So this is our secret sauce for making sure this whole solution works. There's 3 components. The first component, it's about making sure your message is clear. Many families are searching for you guys, but they're skipping through your school because of this first secret. Why Christian families are skipping over great schools? If your message isn't clear, it doesn't matter how great your school is, they are going to move because they don't understand why your school is the right choice for them. Most schools talk about what they do, academic, faith, and community, but not why it matters to the families they are called to serve. They're not talking about the problem and the solution. They're not talking about the problem the parents are facing. This is where story brand comes in. So in the story brand, the parents are the hero, their character, the main person. They have a problem, and you need to agitate that problem in your website. You need to talk about, we understand your problem. We understand that you want your child to be grown in a safe environment, and you want your child to be thinking aligned to biblical values. You want good, godly mentorships around as they're going to school. You want to talk about those problems that the parents are losing their sleep over, that they're concerned about. And then you are the guide. You guide them through the solution, how your school has the answers the parents are looking for. Then you give them a plan. These are the three steps how you can come in, how you can come into our conversation with that, into our community, one, two, three, and then tell them what you want them to do. Call to action, emphasize, hey, you know what, if you need to book a tour, you need to see the transformation experience that's happening behind the doors in our school. You need to hear from our students, you need to hear from our parents. You will see within our classroom the amazing stuff that are happening. The students are just loving, and they're changed because they're in a nice, safe environment with constantly talking about why Christ is their identity, and their identity is not lost in somewhere else. And then you're talking about the success. What does that look like when they are in your school? What is the child's lifestyle going to look like? That they're going to be confident, they're going to be happy, they're going to know who they are in their Christ. They don't have an identity issue. You're going to be able to emphasize all of that success and plan in your story as well. And then you also want to talk about, if they don't take that action, what are they going to lose? What are they going to miss out if they don't partner with your school, if they're the right parents for you? So these are the key components we want to incorporate into your website, so that your website talks directly to your parents and not to be outside of your parents' audience. Number two, what does that look like? Well, why AI will give you make you invisible if you don't act now. Especially in today's world, if you cannot be found, you cannot be chosen. And to be found, you do need to consider AI as a key tool. So let me go through some samples that we have done, and then we'll go through the secrets in this number two. What are the key components you need to have? Here are a couple of websites that we have done. And here, one website is concentrated on content. The other one is easily laid out. Parents are going to be able to scan within seconds. They understand the value. They understand how to get into the community. They understand three-step process on what to do to be able to get involved. The next step, this is what they need to do. Schedule the tour. Tell them exactly what they need to do. Again, another website that we created, it's a school where, in the beginning, they don't know. When parents come in, within seconds, they don't know what their school, they just see a nice building, but they don't know exactly what the value. But then we restructured it to talk about, hey, this is the results that we're getting. This is what we're about. This is our testimonials. This is what we are promising as a school. We're committed to the growth of your school. Here's a school that we're just about to launch as well, where they have such a heavy concentration on content on their left before, and it's small text, and we're not even really sure what they're about. The parents, when they go in there, they might feel overwhelmed. So we restructured it again, easily laid out the value proposition, easily laid out, what sets us apart from other schools, why we care about your school, what are the three-step processes, and then invite them into a call to action. Here's a quick testimonial. You can also hear it in our website that I'm going to send you recently, that, how we have helped these guys increase 30%, double their website traffic, and easily automate manual tasks. So in this secret I was talking about, secret number two is that we want parents to find you guys. So when they're looking up your school, I always say, hey, how, why don't you Google your school and where are you? And when I ask that question, they're like, oh, we appear in page 3. And then most of them like, oh, I don't even go up to page 3. And then they're like, oh, it's the content that we put in back 5 years ago or 6 years ago. And we laughed, and then we said, hey, you know what? We paused, and when I said, if you're not on page 1, you do not exist to most parents. That's the reality. So you need to make sure you set up your Google My Business, which I'm going to go through a little bit in a second, and so that you can be found easily. Before we go into that Google My Business, I want to talk about the structure and the organization of your website. Make sure it's organized in a way that is scannable, easily found, so that the content that when AIs are going there looking for, they know exactly about us. Tuition is here. Here's about our sports. Here's about our value proposition. Here's what the value, our missions are. Here's how we prove that we are biblical valued school. Here's talking about transformation, so that when AI is going and searching through your website, they know right away this is the value that you're delivering, so that the navigation on the top and the content in there all making sense. And then you want to use the right keyword, right? You want to look at, what the volume of certain keywords, Christian school near me in your community, how many people are searching that on a monthly basis. You look at those keywords and optimize your page according to that. And when you look at the right keywords, then you optimize your Google My Business to these keywords as well. This is where you'll be found. Let's just say when they search you, you are on page 20. But then when you keep optimizing and optimizing, Christian school near me, or, faith-oriented schools, those keywords you're optimizing, you go from 20 to 19, 18, eventually to page one. Now, if you're page one here, guess what? Google will give you a favor and say, make you page one over here as well. That's how they work. So if you want to become page one over here, become page one here, and then let's just say somebody else is page five, you are on higher in the ranking because you're one. Google will let you be number one when they're searching in these communities. So that's how Google My Business works as well. The other part of making sure you're AI friendly is that make sure you have FAQs and blogs. Write about questions that parents are going to look for. What is the tuition? How is biblical values taught in this school? And think about what the parents are going to search when they're going on AI tools versus when they're going into search engine in a Google. Remember, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, people just searched on Google based on keywords, and then you just show a couple of links, and then you go to that link and you find that information you need. Now the journey has shifted. Now people go to an AI tool and say, show me 5 schools that are tuitions are between 10,000 to 20,000, or show me 5 schools that values Christ-centered education that talk about XYZ. And AI is going now and searching for the exact page, taking the content and pasting to the parents, so they're not doing any more search. Their search went from 2 hours to 2 minutes now. And in order to do that, your website needs to show these content in an organized, easy manner so that they can be able to convert. So that is very crucial. The other key part of AI is that AI is also looking at your backend and making sure your website is updated regularly. If your website is not updated regularly, I'm sorry to say you are going to rank lower on the site. So this is where we come in. We actually go in and update websites on a regular basis with our website management tool subscription. Websites updates are unlimited. You can do as much websites as you want to the page that you created. We will commit to making sure your website's updated. And obviously, X number of days, we will come back. You give us the contents, and we will update it for you. So you don't need to worry about any of that stuff. Lastly, for secret number 2 is that if your school's website isn't optimized for AI tools, you will be invisible no matter how great your mission is. It's a sad truth. It's just like simply, 200 years ago, 250 years ago, we used horses to get to places. Then we moved to cars, which is a lot faster than the horses. Now we have planes, now even more faster than what we had 200 years ago. It's the same with AI. Your parents' search might before be 200, and they allocate that time. Now the parents are only giving 5 minutes, 2 minutes to make the decisions because they're using things like ChatGPT, Gemini, and all of that tools, AI tools. So it's very important that you message your website to talk to the parents on what they need. Secret number 3, and this is where I'm going to take away a lot of headaches and burnouts so that you are not losing any leads and they are kept accountable. They are nurtured, they are sent so that nobody is falling throughout. So how to automate your marketing and communication and stand out without burnout. Most Christian schools rely on manual follow-up, scattered tools on a single email reply to nurture prospecting parents. And because they're stretched thin, great leads fall through the crack. But when you automate your follow-up and communication, everything else will change. What is changing for you? What does life look like when you automate things? You save time. You have more time to execute a good curriculum for students. You reach more families, faster follow-up. So parents also not on the unknown. They know, okay, they got it. This is what it needs to be done. And it's going to be consistent communication throughout to everybody. So one person is not getting one information, other person's not getting other information. Everybody's getting consistently the same information. Personalized nurture campaign. You can also send personalized campaigns, newsletters to current parents. So the current parents are up to speed with what's happening. Okay, this is what's happening this week. This is what's happening next week. And you build trust and everybody's on the same. You can even send text messages, automate text messages as well. You can also build out a workflow or scheduling. So for parents, let's just say booked a tour, we can actually, if you see right here, there's flows that we can put in and say, hey, you know what, send them the right away email saying here's a email link for their to book a tour. Then we can have them in a pipeline. So you can see through the pipeline, which I'm going to talk about the next couple of slides, and you can see everything through going through a flow. It's very important that when parents click on that book a tour, they're not waiting to saying, okay, I hope they get back to me. Oh, I didn't hear from them. They know right away you have received it and you are on top of it and they're going to get there. It's going to be actioned right away. You want to make sure that you can send reminders so that even this current staffs internally you can send reminders through these workflows as well, so that hey, Jen, this tour's coming up, be ready, this family's coming up, this is some information about the family, they have 3 kids and they went to this school. All of that information we can pull it based on what's in our database, in that automation tool and the marketing tool, and then communicate it back to the parents. And then dashboard within snapshot, what does it look like? How many people are inquired? How many people are in the application process? How many people are in the assessment process? We will be able to show you a snapshot in the system saying, hey, you know what? This is how many people are going through assessment. This is how many people passed the application. They're ready to onboard, and how many people are returning students and how many people are not returning. All of this will be easy to show. We believe that these 3 secrets are the secret sauce to make sure you are not invisible in 2026. So because of that, you do need to take action. So I have an action for you. I would say prayerfully consider looking at what the right strategy is so that the right results will follow. This strategy worked for me when I applied to many schools. It's not magic. Your results depends on your action, simply. If you're struggling to attract new mission aligned families who are aligned to your mission, stand out in a search results, keep your websites current, and build trust before even the tour comes in. It's not your fault that you're struggling. It's that just because you don't have the right system and the right strategy. And this is where we come in. Let's build your faith-centered, AI-centered website that attracts mission-aligned families without any tech headaches. And what does that look like? That looks like we have a done for you website, and in this AI era, custom message to your target parents with the story brand, faith-based story brand as well, incorporating the faith, Christ-centered education. What does that look like? An AI ready website so that it's ready to convert and automate. All of this is almost like $10,000 value of information. All of this is, I'm telling you today, is not going to cost you $10,000. You'll get custom and modern responsive website. You'll get AI personalized design templates and pop-ups, story brand based faith-based messaging, SEO optimized for AI and search tool, unlimited updates and content editing, 24/7 a backup of your information, personalized user experience and design, access to 2,000 stocks, and monthly analytics and performance on how you're doing. You get all of that for your website as you're building out your website. On top of that, you also get this amazing tool of automation for marketing, which we never have given this out free. This is actually just a clarification that wireframe alone is $600, but the $2,500 of just setting up, we're just giving that to you, gifting that to you guys for free. We will pre-build and customize your workflows for your emails and texts, integrate your calendar with the confirmations and reminders, respond to new and existing parents from one place faster and more personalized, no matter how they reach you. Doesn't matter where they come from, they'll get that. And pipeline tracking for every inquiry through enrollments, and also trigger-based automation based on parent action. So if they say, hey, you know what, I want to book a tour, or they want, hey, I want to know 10 reasons why Christian schools are the right. If you have a lead gen like that, we can have different workflows going for that. All of this is thousands of dollars. Today, we want to bless you guys because we know how important it is so that you could stand aside, be successful in this AI environment. This is why all of this we have a discounted more than anything is to normally it's even discounted to $4,500 or 4,499 with monthly $399. Now we're offering this for just under $2,000 to set up everything, your website, your automation tools, and both your automation and your website is going to be only $299 a month, just under $300. And we cannot keep this going forever because we know that this is not going to be the best if we keep it forever for our business. So that's why we want to put a block on it. We want to make sure that you start this year very well. So we want to give you till January 30th to action this. So if you want to look at take this offer, I would scan this barcode, go into this website, and put in your request, and we'll be able to help you right away. Thank you so much for your time. If you have any questions, email us, contact us. We are here to bless you and see your school shine with God's mission so that you can advance the kingdom of God and touch many young souls for Christ. Thank you for what you're doing. God bless you.